All right. Most of them are just copy paste from Dragonfly, I assume, just with different names. That's what it looks like, but we'll get into it and we'll see what's up. Even if that's the case, I'm still very happy with something like that because in previous expansions, every time they released a new major patch, they did most of the same stuff, but then they followed the vibe of whatever the patch had, which made it more interesting and more engaging, even if it was the same thing, right? But let's check it out. So we are on the alpha, and we're going to check out, first, we're going to look at Enchanting here. From just a baseline look at it, it looks pretty much like what we had in Dragonflight. We're going to have a potential profession tool here and 2 different accessories. And there's 100 levels to look at. It does not look, we can't get into the actual specializations yet, but I'm pretty sure that we can do that significantly fast. So we'll check that out in a second. But for all of the different stuff we have here, there's a lot of recipes here. There's a lot of recipes, okay? Just from a baseline look, it looks like we're getting crests again, for people that don't know from Dragonflight. What people use as an upgrade token for eye level on crafted gear. And we're looking at a storm dust, and we're looking at gleaming shards and refulgent crystal, which is resonant crystal, vibrant shards, and then chromatic dust, right? It's pretty much the same thing. So not anything super surprising here. We're also looking at the smaller versions of them, obviously. And then we have, you use 3% less concentrating when concentrating on a craft. I have absolutely no idea what this is. Concentration concentrate is what this thing is called. It seems like this is potentially a profession buff or a new profession stats. But I have absolutely no idea. This does not make any sense to me, but that's still very cool. And then mirror powder. When crafting, you gain 12 multi-craft when crafting consumable items. This is very cool, right? This is a finishing reagent like we've seen in the past, but this is like a new increased look on it, which is pretty nice, right? But I don't know what this concentrate thing is yet. Maybe we'll see it down the line, because this is the first look for me too. Knowledge points are staying. Yes, we can see here. I guess you can't really see it actually because of my all my stuff in the way. But I'll move this out of the way just for now here. It says right here that we got specialization, and then it says you have 0 Casalgar enchanting knowledge available, which I'm sure I'll be able to get that from one of these vendors. We'll get to that. But actually, we might as well. Little reagent bag. We'll get back to looking at enchanting in just a second here. Is there any, let's see. Oh yeah, we do. We do actually have the ability to get these. Gain 1,000 specialization points. Okay. Well, let's get to 15 real quick in this so we can check that out. As we do that, we can look at some of this stuff here. We also have Oil of Belladar's Grace. Coat your weapon in an oil. This is stuff we've seen before. Basically new weapon oils that they're keeping. A mana oil as well. And this increases your crit and haste, apparently, for 2 hours. Which is cool enough, I suppose. And then we have our earthen enchantments. Which seems to be weapon enchants. No, it's actually a bunch of enchants. Huh. Era 4 enchantments, Earthen enchantments, Nerubian enchantments, Algarian. Okay, so it seems like they run up with different factions. I don't know how all of that's supposed to work yet. Maybe it has some connection to renown unlocks or something. But that's actually pretty cool that they divide that up. All right, are we up to 15? I think we are. Let's make sure we get all that. Yeah, I did see that, but we'll look at that in a second. But again, ringing Deep's ingot. I mean, just an ingot that we use, and then again, baseline materials, nothing crazy. We also have crystalline powder, a fine magical powder made from crystallized fragments. This is, I suppose, maybe like gem dust, right? Something like that, something close to that. But nothing too crazy. I mean, they're still using deftness and finesse, ingenuity. That sounds new. And perception. Is ingenuity new? Or am I remembering completely wrong? I suppose we will find out. That sounds new to me. I wonder what that is. I have no idea. But, so we got a couple of new profession tool enchants, which is interesting. Very interesting. It's replacing... Oh, it's replacing inspiration. That's very interesting. The amount of materials went up significantly, though. It doesn't seem... I mean, obviously, the amounts that are here, that can easily change. Easily. This, like, the amounts that are used for this stuff is not something that you can just expect this is what it's going to be. No. Not at all. I wouldn't think of it like that. What's being used, though, I will say, what they're using in terms of materials, you can probably rely on that fairly easily, but the amounts, not so much. Because that's hard. That's a little too hard to say. But this is all weapon enchants. Yeah, like the regular new line of enchants, pretty cool to see. And then we have cloak enchants. We have speed enchants. Okay, that's fun. Whispers. This is basically what seems to be bracers and rings and cloaks and a weapon. A little bit different. And then we have a bunch of illusions. Gleeful Glamour, Blood Elf. I wonder what these are. Maybe they just turn you into another race. That'd be fun. They're already adding... Dude, this is really funny. Look at that. Tell me that's not Ceralic spores. Tell me that this... The Ridescent spores isn't Ceralic spores. It's gotta be, dude. Charm Cap, Viridian. This is all very interesting. Looks nice. Alright, well, we need to reach skill level 25 to be able to use up any of this stuff. So, do we have anything? I kind of need some. There we go. I need some of these here. Enchanting stuff. All right. Let's see if we can get to 25 real quick. HQ called to confirm that those are in fact not Ceralic spores. They seem like it. They seem like it, Tammy. They do. $60K item? What, on that vendor? 60K. Oh, this? Crystal Forge Cauldron? I mean, there's a 10 gold version of it. That's just... I have no idea. To do fix icon? Yeah. All very interesting, though. Okay. Let's check it out. Further on Enchanting. Now we have access. Here we go. Specialization points in Enchanting. You guys ready? We have 4 tabs in Enchanting. That's new, because the current Enchanting in Dragonfly only has 3. So that's 1 more. That's actually very interesting. I wonder if is there any way that we can just skip the Hunter's skill immediately? It doesn't seem like it, but that's okay. Alright. So this one, supplementary shattering. Learn to shatter magical essences, gaining temporary bonuses. Sure. Improve the efficiency of concentration and ingenuity, and improve your multicraft yield for consumable products. So this is, you get higher multicraft, and you get the opportunity to use shattering that we've seen before. Is there a way to get gold there? Just have to go to test if gold cap is still 10 mil. Yeah, I mean, I can buy any of these materials and vendor them. There's one of these. Where did it go? One of these hides that I saw sold for like 2K or something. Oh, this here, the alloy sells 5K. I can just buy like a million of them. Should be fine. I'm sure we can. And then we have the designated disenchanter. Increases the quality of enchanting reagents created through disenchanting. Increases the quantity of storm dust and gleaming shards you can receive when disenchanting. And unlock the ability to sometimes extract magical essences when this is purely disenchanting. I did already buy skills, but this is only specialization points, not skill points in the actual. It's probably still like, if I pick this right now, look, then I have to wait until I get to 50 to unlock another one. So, but that's okay. No, I already looked here. There's nothing. There's nothing here that says anything. Be nice if we can just skip it, but it does not look like we can. But that's okay. Racial benefits still a thing for crafting? I don't know, actually. Well, this is still pretty much a first look for me. There's a lot of stuff that we haven't seen yet. But let's see actually what it would take to get to 100 here. Because we don't really know we have no idea what barriers to entry this will have, whether or not we're going to be able to learn all of these things from a vendor or a trainer or whatever it is. It might be connected to some renown or something similar. So that's, that's interesting. What I'm very interested in is finding out whether or not they're going to do like daily crafting cooldowns as well in other professions. But we'll take a look at that after we're, mostly through looking at enchanting. We definitely need some more enchanting materials, I can tell you that much. Alright. This is still giving a lot, even all the way up here. I wonder if the barriers to entry are going to be somewhat similar to what we've seen in Dragonflight. I really wonder how the collection process is going to go. Oh, so we literally have no more after 55. That's very interesting. All right, let's get rid of some of this stuff here. Oh, I actually made an enchanting tool. I guess we'll equip one of these just for the hell of it. There we go. Since there's 4, that's pretty interesting. Use any profession tool enchants. We did actually see some in here. We did. Here. These right here. Deafness, finesse, ingenuity, and perception. So there's definitely going to be new ones. But it'll be interesting to see how they fight previous ones. All right, let's see here. Alchemy goods. Let's get some more of these enchanting things. Auto loots. Boom. Well, we can't. The amounts that the enchants give, they don't matter because it's not final. So we can't expect any of this to you know, be the way that it is forever. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, the names are probably staying. What materials are used are probably staying. But the amounts that are used might change. And the amounts that they give could also change, right? So it's very important to think of it that way. Okay. Are we still first craft bonuses? Does that matter in terms of skill points? Or does that only give knowledge? That only gives knowledge points. Okay. That's interesting. Very interesting. But all right. Can you list an auction for 29 million? Actually, I'll go test that real quick. Quick bio while we're looking at enchanting here. For 99 mil. We'll check out the war bank as well. Oh. Oh, that's soulbound, huh? This one? That's a lot of nines. That's a whole lot of decimals. But yeah, one. It's still only gold cap. That's still only gold cap. Doesn't seem like that's changed. Yeah. I'm the first one to post anything. Used to be a gear bag. I mean, I do have a gear bag. Chest of playtest equipment here. A little bit of lag. It's not too much, though. It was 10K. It'd be faster to just buy that whatever material that was and get it from there. But let's continue on enchanting here. I want to see what we can look at. It's definitely interesting to see that enchanting has 4 of these specialization things that you can pick instead of 3. So that's definitely changing. Definitely changing. Okay. I wonder how high up we can go or we can get. This looks familiar. Well, there's a lot of this that is definitely a copy paste, which isn't surprising, to be honest. I kind of expected him to copy paste a lot of stuff, you know. Yeah, we can go to one new zone. One new zone. Alright, so that's kind of interesting. We're around here, and then we can't really get too much higher. Rep-based patterns? Well, there probably is rep-based patterns. but I can't imagine that we'll get a real look at how all that works yet. Maybe we will. Oh, wait a minute. Do we get experience for this? Oh, we totally do. Okay, so that's interesting. They're doing the first craft bonus experience again. Okay, that's good to know. All right, so around here, it gets green. We're almost at 80. Even at 80, we're still good. We need a little bit more on the enchanting materials. Pouch of pocket grenades. All right. Sell some of this stuff here so we can make some space. There we go. More enchanting stuff. All right. Let's see how far we can get. All right. So at 80, it starts going real slow. Real slow. So that's probably going to be pretty expensive to get up to. But that's okay. That's a lot of points. All right, well, this is shattering and multi-craft yielding, so we can look at that later. But this, we have extra skill points, sub-specializations, extra skill, more skill for ephemerals, enrichments and equipment, and crafting speed and inspiration. I guess inspiration is sticking around, or maybe it's a placeholder thing. Let's just spam add everything. And then we have skill, inspiration. What I want to see is if we get like anything that's particularly new. Harness your magical formulas to create wands. So this is wand focused and enchanting rods. Okay. There was a blue post about profession changes. Like recently? Or what, Lucifer? I mean, I'm here looking at it. I mean, I feel like that's a little better. Maybe I will. New crafting stats. I did hear about a couple of them. Yeah, concentration and ingenuity. I did see them. I did see them, but I haven't seen them here. Like, they seem to exist, but they don't seem to work. Because I don't see them on the crafting details. Which is what I'm, like, kind of confused about. When crafting gains 16. Okay, I don't need that. Whatever this is. When crafting, many Kesalgar enchanting recipes that you can concentrate on. I mean, it doesn't really seem like it's possible to use any of this stuff yet. There's a lot of stuff that we haven't even been able to learn. So, which we'll probably get elsewhere. Yeah, for all professions. That's what I was expecting too. Okay. Well, that's fine. A lot of stuff we haven't seen yet. But honestly, just from looking at it, like, so look at this, right? Plus 20 skill when crafting temporary illusions. Consume 5% less when concentrating. Consume 5% less concentration when concentrating on temporary illusions. That's what it says. I was like, that sounds weird in my head. But okay, so that should be these. And you can't. So I'm going to just type that. Currently, you are not able to use, what was it called again? Concentration concentrate. The item concentration concentrate. It's a lot of words. As a finishing reagent on recipes that you are supposed to be able to use it on. I did get in Octoberly, I did. Bluba says we'll be in a future build. That's also kind of what I expected. I mean, the fact that they even have profession stuff in here at all is insane. But anyway, we basically looked at most of what it has to offer, and it doesn't seem like we're getting anything that's particularly new besides the fact that we can confirm brand new knowledge points, right? Which makes sense. We're getting brand new talent trees and a whole new slate of crafted stuff. So I'm happy about that. You know, I have no complaints. There's definitely a lot that still needs to be like put together and whatnot. But still, right? A lot of stuff that we've seen in Dragonflight, but it looks interesting. What I'm very interested in seeing is how this is kind of put together in terms of barriers to entry, like how hard this is to get. That's gonna be the kicker. That's gonna be the very interesting part, because my goodness.